Welcome to the ACT Disaster Response Program. ACT, Advanced Catastrophe Technologies, is dedicated to putting your world back together. ACT is a full-service restoration and reconstruction company ready to respond to any location nationwide within minutes. ACT has the locations, technologies, and expertise to meet the need of any size organization. ACT will create a customized pre-event plan for each location. ACT offers a single point of accountability for all your locations. At ACT, our core values are at the heart of all we do. We are sympathetic and respectful to all those affected by tragedy and loss. We believe in service and professionalism without compromise. We lead by example and we trust our relationships. We provide accurate and clear communications, and we're dedicated to improving every day. Our primary services include water damage, fire damage, mold remediation, trauma scene cleanup, and storm response and storm pre-planning. ACT's focus when serving our clients is threefold: planning for, responding to, and recovering from disasters. Disaster planning is nothing new to most organizations. Companies have regular fire drills, prepare for severe weather, and plan for medical emergencies. What often gets overlooked is what happens after the disaster. Who do you call to get your property back up and running? That's where ACT fills in the blanks. ACT will work with each property in your portfolio to develop a readiness plan, whether you have 5 or 5,000 locations. ACT will take that information and enter it into your company's private database. This information helps us know exactly what resources are needed in the event your property requires our services. This information can help reduce the size and scope of damage. For example, knowing where waterline shutoff valves are can considerably reduce the amount of water discharge during a waterline or sprinkler break. In the event a generator is needed, ACT will know in advance what the size, amp, and phase requirements are so that we can dispatch the right equipment without delay. ACT will establish a set of service standards for your organization. This serves as a guide each time we work with your team. It tells us who the decision makers are and how your company wants ACT to communicate updates, timelines, billings, contracts, etc. The first and often most important decision is calling the right vendor to respond to disaster damage. ACT has designed several methods to inform your staff to contact ACT when needed. We're excited to announce the new ACT mobile app. The features of the ACT app include instant calling of ACT's 24/7 emergency call center and helpful safety tips when dealing with disaster. This app is designed for all mobile devices. In addition to the mobile app, ACT will send an emergency planning packet to each of your locations containing posters, magnets, wallet cards, and a link to our training videos. By developing the ACT training videos, our customers have been very pleased with the time saved and ease of implementing the program. Training videos allow instant training to all employees nationwide and can be viewed anytime. Training videos are helpful for new hires and ongoing training. ACT's customer service representatives will call each property to answer questions and make sure packets were received, readiness plans are being filled out, mobile apps are installed, and training videos are viewed by staff. ACT will also call quarterly to update your database. ACT is able to respond to any location nationwide within the first 2 hours of the call. We're able to do this because of our network of over 350 first responders. ACT will match a first responder with each of your locations. ACT oversees all activities and communication of our network. This means that your team will deal directly with an ACT project manager on all phases of each project. ACT maintains one of the largest inventories of drying equipment in the nation. What does this ability to respond mean for you and your company? It means ACT is your single source for coast-to-coast disaster planning and recovery. Any size of loss, any time, night or day, anywhere you need us, and every time, we will be there for you. Our focus on recovery starts the moment that we're called. We understand the importance of minimizing business interruption. ACT is a full-service reconstruction company that will return your property to a pre-loss condition. Here's how it works. Your property has a water loss or other event that requires ACT services, and you call the ACT 24/7 call center. ACT's dispatcher takes your information and accesses the information on your property. Next, we dispatch the appropriate resources to your location. Usually within the first 2 hours, ACT crews are on site and restoring the damage. Communications with your organization's key decision makers are also going out per the service standards mentioned earlier. Updates via email are sent to inform everyone on job progress, estimated repair times, and cost. Let's cover a few commonly asked questions. How much does it cost to be in the program? The answer is there are no upfront costs. ACT will set up first responders, send out readiness plans, send out disaster preparedness packs, and set up the service standards with no cost to you. The only time your organization pays any money is when you have a loss and ACT services are required. Question: in a major event where many of your clients need your services, how can we know that ACT will be able to respond to all of our properties? To answer this, let's take a look back in history. In February of 2011, a historic cold front dipped down into Texas in the southwest. Within hours, ACT received 79 calls from commercial properties with major broken water lines. ACT responded to all calls. ACT is proud to say that we have a 100% response history. We have never had to tell a client no because we were unable to respond. This is made possible because ACT owns one of the largest inventories of drying equipment in the country, and we have the ACT First Responder Network of over 350 companies strategically located across the country. From Hurricane Katrina to Superstorm Sandy, ACT has been ready and will be ready for any and all disasters that our clients face. Question: is there a limit to what size of loss that ACT can respond to? Well, the answer is no. Our leadership team consists of people who have managed the restoration of some of the largest disaster events in U.S. history. Events such as the New York City World Trade Center bombing in 1993, the Pentagon attack on 9/11/2001, and the Louisiana Superdome damage from Hurricane Katrina in 2005. ACT also responds to hundreds of events of all sizes each year. No job is too small or large, and each one is given the same level of attention and importance. Question: does ACT take care of the job from the beginning to the end? And will ACT provide the reconstruction? The answer is yes. ACT offers full turnkey services. Our goal from the start of each job is to return your property to a pre-loss condition. We make sure business interruption is minimized and your world is put back together as soon as possible. Question: do we need to sign a contract? No, ACT does not require any contracts. However, if your company desires, ACT is open to a contractual relationship. Getting started with ACT is painless. ACT is ready to get your organization started today. It's simple. Just send ACT a list of your properties, complete a service standard, and we'll do the rest. ACT will send out planning packets, readiness plans, mobile apps, and training videos. If you have any questions, or you'd like to set up a meeting to discuss our services, please contact us. You can reach us toll-free at 888-747-1515 or via email at info@actcat.com. Be sure to visit our website at www.actcat.com. Thanks for taking time to learn more about ACT, and remember, we're standing by, ready to put your world back together.